Hello everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing The Pleasure Trap by Doug Lisle. And this book mainly talks about the motivational triad that humans have. They want to reduce pain, do things with as little effort as possible, and seek pleasure whenever possible. And he connects this all back to diet and how most people in America and probably in other Western cultures too want to eat a high fat diet filled with meat, dairy, and eggs because it tastes good and it feels good for the moment, but at the end of the day, it does cause a lot of our top diseases. And I see this kind of eating habit a lot, especially me living in a college town. I Let's keep it real. You have people eating like they're still small children, even though they are adults. Um, and people will say, "Oh well, they're in a dorm room, blah blah blah. They're in a dorm room, so they can't cook." Well, I was in a dorm room at one time, and you're allowed to have a slow cooker, and I used my slow cooker, and I put things in my purple mini fridge. I had a purple mini fridge, if you can believe it, guys. Um, and So, and I would just cook my stuff in my slow cooker, my food in my slow cooker. And it was really, really, really easy. And but people, not just college kids, I think a lot of people, they'd rather eat out and not have to worry about cooking than putting the work in to cook. I hear a lot of college students say, "Oh, well, I'm probably going to mess something up, so I'm just going to, I'm just going to not try and cook. I'm just gonna eat out all the time," because I think, but you can't keep doing that. For example, for one thing, it costs you money, which you're gonna need to save up. But in the health aspect of it, it causes health problems down the road if you're eating a really bad diet filled with meat, dairy, and eggs, and a lot of junk food. There's a lot of junk food going around on college students' dorm rooms. So he talks about that, and it's really interesting. I'm glad that this book does advocates for a plant-based diet, because a lot of books don't. And it talks about that meat, dairy, and eggs are the causes of, I think it's 15 of our 16 top killers in the Western world. And it's just really, I'm really glad that he advocates for that. And he also talks about dealing with opposition when it comes to having a whole foods plant-based diet, because there is a lot of opposition, whether it be from people that you know or people from the media or just school in general. I think that we learn a lot about in school that is not, you know, is not right. And it talks about dealing with that opposition, and it's really beneficial for people that are on this journey. Now, the big problem that I had is with this book is that he does try and sell his clinic a lot. He Throughout the book he talks about the clinic that he has in California, and I'm not going to give the name. You guys can look it up whenever, because I don't want to give his clinic publicity, but he does talk about it a lot in the book, and he's trying to sell. It seems like he's trying to sell his clinic along with the information. But I bought this book for the information because I am going to be majoring in public health and dealing with obesity, and I bought that for information. I did not buy it to hear about his clinic, and I would have liked him to spend more time maybe talking about meal prep than trying to sell his clinic. But that is really, really nitpicky. The biggest problem I have, I really enjoyed this book, and if you enjoyed this book, let me know. I know I might have some interesting comments whenever I upload this. But that is basically the gist of this book. So that's all I want to say. And this kind of turned into story time. I don't know why, but you guys got to hear about my purple mini fridge I had in college, so that's really cool. I guess it's cool. Okay, I will see you all in the next video. It will either be about Wicca, because we're branching out on this channel. Well, I've done a few books about Wicca, but we're branching out, or about Mary Tudor. I'm reading a novel about Mary Tudor, who is the sister of King Henry VIII, who became Queen of France. So that's all I want to say about this book and the stuff coming up next. And I also have a Facebook page where I don't upload very often because I don't really have a lot of interesting things to say on Facebook, but I do talk about what I'm reading, or if there's an author that is going to be releasing a new book and I find out about it, I share it with my Facebook followers. So check me out on Facebook. It's Pinkie Sylveon, PinkySylveon. So I do post on that whenever I get the itch to. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.